Hello, hello.
Hello. I should add some background music. Let's see what we got on Roll20. I already found some atmospheric noise that suits this, but
Of course, your example character is a sanguinomancer. Sanguomancer.
I mean, what do you expect?
Like I said, of course.
I mean, I figured if nothing else, it would show that, you can be pretty creative with it.
Yeah.
This sounds familiar. I'll add this and hope it sounds good. Because I'm already streaming, so I can't test 50 different things or I'll confuse everyone. I mean, I guess I could mute the desktop, but meh.
Hello.
Alright, let's lower that a bit, but that'll work. Hi, other two people things.
Things, huh?
People things. People things are people too, by definition.
I thought things were things by definition of different than things.
Sorry, I tuned out there. What are we talking about? Who are you people?
Where did you come from? Why are you in my house?
How did you get in my computer? What sort of witchery is this? What was I gonna do? I was gonna pull up my notes so I can put them over here. And then... Oh, and I was gonna pull up...
Take notes for this game? It's a one-shot.
Yeah, you really don't need to take notes for this. I'm gonna open all your guys' character sheets in the stream view, since character creation is the first step. I have no idea if Roll20 actually updates it in real time, though.
Think so.
Cool.
I will try testing it. Did that show up?
I don't see any... Oh, yep, there it is. This is a test.
You have to save it, but
Yeah.
other than that,
Well, I figured that much, but yeah. I should put my Discord screen somewhere else.
see,
I like your
don't
sidebar for.
What?
Go ahead.
I like your sidebar for rolling scores. I think I've read it before, but yeah, it's amusing.
Yeah. I've always been kind of opinionated about rolling ability scores. At least in any game where some semblance of, balance is expected.
See, but that's what I like about rolling. You have a tendency to, at least if you have the ability to drop truly pitiful scores, you have a tendency towards more powerful.
Well, yeah, but... Alright. Got my Google Doc of the playtest open, and I have the stream view open, and I have my view open, Not that I really need to do much in my view. I have to move this token around because I figure that's a good way to say where we are. You know, in the different phases for each day. Let's see, we got 5 more minutes or so, and then I will give the spiel of what this is and where it comes from to any viewers we have. Looks like we do have McBuzzer, which is good. I think Dan was also going to show up, and we'll see if I manage to catch anyone else. I advertised on a couple servers, but not many. Because a lot of the ones I normally do it for are either stuff like, for the tabletop game, I advertise in like a Facebook group specifically for White Wolf stuff, so can't really advertise there. I have it on my Twitter, of course, but...
You could always do it in OR if you wanted to. I have no objections to this.
That's true. Let me copy the ad that I put somewhere else, and I will throw it in there too.
And as one of the side admins, I get to tell you that it's okay. One of 2, and I really don't think that Div would have an issue with it. And if he does, well, I'll smack him. Just go right onto this monitor. I swear I have every PDF for how many PDFs do I have? A little bit one. Oh, I can close this one. We're not playing tonight.
Div laughed at me for the number of road actions I went for.
What about road actions?
I was casting a buff on my mage, and superlative luck, and I went for 7 road action. He's like, that's way too many.
Oh my god, I thought road actions could only go up to +5. I'm confused. Mage confuses me though, so that's okay. Which is why I'm making a mage, so maybe I can get confused. But likely what's going to happen is that I'm just going to get more confused.
This is not road action as in road that you cast, Nasty. It's road action as in dice tricks.
Right, I understood that after the fact.
Oh, okay. I thought you were still confused.
No.
Spoiler, she is still confused.
I'm not.
Alright. Getting close to start time, so I suppose I can change the screen to the actual setup I have for this.
A dinosaur, a kraken,
There we go.
and a dumbo octopus.
It's kind of hard to see
have
the
a
title,
dinosaur.
but whatever.
I am a kraken.
Which means I'm a dumbo octopus.
No, you're a Wolverine.
There's a couple other people in there that have it open because, they were helping me edit, so you guys aren't going to be able to figure what... Well, I guess you might be able to figure out what some of you are, but you won't reliably be able
Considering
to.
there's only 5,
Anyway.
including the 4 of us.
Yeah.
Alright, so we got that up, and I can see everyone's sheets on there, and I should probably pull that window up so I can keep a closer eye on it, so it doesn't run away from me as windows do.
How many monitors are you up to now, Falco? You up to 4 yet? Or do you still have only up to 2 and your TV?
What?
I was teasing you about needing space. I asked how many monitors you were up to.
Oh, no, I still only have 2 on the TV. Here we go.
I like your comment for common sense. So rare? Just
Yeah. Alright, so... How many folks do we have? Looks like it's mostly us, and then we have McBuzzer. Let's see. I think I have everything posted everywhere that I could. Alrighty. Well, for those people that are here, what we're doing tonight instead of Blood War is we're playing a game called Used Grimoires. And what Used Grimoires is a little, 20-something page, tiny tabletop RPG meant for, one, maybe two sessions. And the basic premise behind it is that all of the player characters are spellcasters of some sort, and they're all spellcasters that need to memorize their spells for the day, kind of like wizards and clerics in D&D. And so the gameplay revolves around the spell selection more than anything else. And so it covers not only memorizing the spells at the beginning of each day, which has its own little system around it, being able to risk spell slots to memorize extra and stuff like that. It also covers a very abstracted encounter resolution, which is basically, okay, here's how your spell choice for the day worked out. We'll get into that as we go. And then afterward, there's a focus on basically buying new spells and figuring out how to scribe them into your spell book or spell books, and organizing everything so you can have the most efficient set of spell books available each day to work from, because you only can carry a limited number of them, which doesn't matter early on, but it does matter later. And by later, I mean 45 minutes into the game, so... Yeah, and so what Used Grimoires is made for is what's called the Short Games Digest, and that's going to be a series of books that's put out by the San Gennaro Co-op. And if you want more information about what that is, you can whisper !co-op no hyphen to Falco RPG bot, or I think you can just put it in the chat. You know what? Why don't I just put that in the chat real quick? Just so everyone can see it. Whoop. There we go. Why is there an enter there on that second one? Let me check the command I put in real quick. IR good streamer. I do everything correctly. Here it is. Oh no, I hear dinging. Alright, where did it break? Thus the co-op swarmed. Does it have a limit per... No, I've definitely seen longer. I'm pretty sure I've seen much longer than that, because my RPG rules are much longer in the first paragraph, and it posts the whole thing. Psh, whatever.
That kind of thing can finicky.
I redid it with a space just to make sure it wasn't something else that got copied in there, because I put that together from 3 different things. So... might have copied over weird. Anyway, that information is still all accurate, so it doesn't really matter too much. But yeah, it's a really cool setup, and it's something I'm part of, and I'm writing for both the second digest that's coming out, and I'm going to be writing for another book called, I think we're calling it The Role Player's Guide to Heists, and it's basically going to be a system agnostic book with a bunch of, heists and in different types of settings and whatnot. Not going to go into a ton of detail on that yet. I'll be posting more about that when we get closer to kickstarting it. And just to be perfectly clear, I'm not the one running any of this stuff. I'm just speaking all officially because this is my stream, but I'm not the head of the co-op or anything like that, and I'm not running the Kickstarter, but I will be helping and shilling it like a shill. As shills do. But, yeah. So, I suppose we can get started, can't we? So yeah, hello to everyone that is here. It looks like we did get a couple people. Let us get started. And we will start with character creation, as everyone can hopefully see. I have it all I have the 3 characters laid out side by side so everyone can... Let's make those a tiny bit bigger. So you can see the process of character creation, at least if they save after each change. Psst, guys, that's me hinting that you should save after each change you make. Alright, so, character creation is... I should start at the beginning. The basic mechanics, all 3 of you, and I'm sure everyone that we have watching right now knows the basics of the D20 system, you know, the stuff that, like, D&D and such run off of. You know, you roll a D20, you add your modifiers, and you have to hit a target number. Boom. We use a very simple version of that I hacked off and polished until it sort of reflected what I wanted it to do. So yeah, character creation. So we start off by choosing your class and a general background of both that class and your character. Every character in this game is a spellcaster, and they have to be a spellcaster that prepares and memorizes spells each day. They don't have to use a typical spell book. You could have, like, a cleric that uses a holy relic or something, or, you know, someone who cuts their magic into their armor, something like that. But yeah, I don't know how you do different spell books in that case, but you could figure that out. So yeah, start with, come up with your name, come up with something for the class, and a basic description of how it works. We're going to, the setting for this, we're just going to assume a basic high fantasy D&D type setting, you know, so that kind of typical stuff. Stuff like, you know, there's no effects of things like species or race or whatever you want to call it. But you can be whatever you want. So if you want to be like a 10-headed minotaur, would that be a decitar? No, that's the tar part refers to something else.
Yeah.
You can be a deciminotaur. It's the minnow part. Anyway, it won't have any mechanical effect because all of your ability scores, which we'll get to, are based around spellcasting stuff. Kind of. So yeah.
So can you give us an example of class and level, Chris?
I can give you an example pulled straight from the book. The example.
Sanguomancer.
Yes. The example character in the book is Damien, and he is a Sanguomancer. He draws his magic from the power of sacrificing blood, whether it's his own or someone else's. They learn new spells by imbuing parts of the scrolls into blood-treated parchment, which they weave together into quote-unquote spellbooks. And he himself is a half-vampire character, which of course has no effect beyond that.
Dampier.
Yes, a Dampier. So, you know, that's one example of what you could do. Be creative. It just has to be something that can do magic of some kind and that works from a spellbook equivalent. Ooh, we got a character picture from Donna. I'm gonna have to make this bigger. There we go.
I didn't even save yet.
Well, the pictures automatically
That
update.
one, pictures are separate.
Oh, okay.
It's just the text that will matter.
Yeah.
There we go. Looks like Tassie is a cleric who is a follower of the goddess of magic. Perfect. I feel like our ambience needs to be a tiny bit louder.
Just a little quiet.
Let's turn these both up a little bit. Best race is 3 dwarves and a trench coat. I don't know if we have trench coats. Your spellbook be your dad's 401k. I mean, maybe. Sorcerers don't, by default, you know, memorize spells each day. They just kind of do stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably find some way to play with that, but I don't know.
do we start at level 1 or is it level 0?
Level 1.
Okay.
It should say that in the... Oh, yeah, it'll say that. It says that at the end of character creation. So, don't worry about that too much. Ooh. So Donna is a cartomancer.
I'm still trying to figure out how to word mine and such.
Well, what's the basic idea?
A muscle-bound caster. Basically, strength will be my casting stat.
Gotcha.
As I strike a pose, a spell happens. And looks like Alex Louis Armstrong.
Your Wi-Fi is kind of whack. That's no good, Valor. Have you tried unwhacking it? All right, and let's see. As for Jared, you could have your spells be like special mudras or poses you have to sketch out in a book that you can then practice each day.
Okay.
You guys finished up. I'm going to top off my drink real quick.
Should my spellcasting modifier be? Or my spellcasting ability. I know what I meant.
You're really too quiet, Donna.
Oh, that's good. Am I really quiet now?
You're a little louder.
A little louder.
I'm practically eating my mic. I don't know what else I can do.
Go into sound.
Turn it up in settings.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
You guys are just so helpful. Yeah.
You're back. I'm gonna hold on if you're up. You're up, Skype. Not Skype. Discord. All the way up. And remain down.
I found peanuts. I'm going to do my best to not crunch them too much in the mic.
Crunch.
But I mean, I couldn't not get the peanuts. Alright. So let's see what we have here. Now, why don't each of you go ahead and describe your character and how they work if you're at that point? If one of you doesn't start, I'm going to point at one of you and put you up in front of the rest of the
I'll
class.
start. They're messing with mics.
What was
Gotcha.
that?
I told everyone to take turns explaining their character and how their class works.
Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's this messaging me?
Not important.
Unless the message contains the word "on fire." Yeah, you can't go wrong with peanuts, McBuzzy. I mean, you can. There are things you can do that would go incredibly wrong, but just deciding to eat some... Well, I guess that could go wrong if you're allergic to peanuts, but assuming you're not allergic to peanuts, deciding to eat some is not going to go inherently wrong, probably. I think I covered that pretty nicely.
5th time over, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, one of you start talking.
Blah blah. What are we talking about?
Oh my god, for the third time,
Yes, I
Tassie.
will go.
Yeah. Jared can go.
So my character will be a muscle wizard who casts his spell by striking poses and has to study his sketchbook of kata each morning for depending on what spells he is memorizing. And strength will be the casting ability.
Sounds good.
My character is a priestess, so she will gain her spells by studying her prayer book each day. And intelligence will be her main spellcasting ability.
Okie dokie. And Donna?
My character is a cartomancer and casts her spells using cards, and she has special little booklets of cards for her spell book. Jeez, can't talk.
Okie dokie.
Type.
Alright, sounds good.
That's not what I typed.
So the next step, which it seems like Donna already started on, is to choose your ability scores. Strength is used to determine how many spell books you can carry. Dexterity is used to actually inscribe new spells when you buy them. Constitution is your fallback and it gives you your hit points. Intelligence is used to memorize extra spells. Wisdom is used to get an idea of the best types of spells to use for a day. And Charisma is used to haggle on the price of spell scrolls and new spell books. And as you can see, there's 3 different arrays you can choose from. We're not doing stat rolling. That's not a thing in this. If you do that, you're playing the game wrong. Not that there's any wrong way to play a game if you're having fun, but you're still doing it wrong. Yeah, I assume everyone here knows the basics of how D20 type stats work, so I don't really need to get into that beyond the description I already gave.
There. Now I think I'm happy with it.
Let's see. We got wisdom, then con, intelligence, charisma, dex, and strength. Hopefully you won't have too many spellbooks to deal with. I may need to fiddle with the spellbook carrying thing. We'll see how that goes. It's one of the ones I was not really certain about how many I should base the score around. Looks like Jared has his scores. And ooh, Tessie has a score that adds plus exclamation point to the roll. I don't think you can have a score that adds a factorial to your roll, Tessie. Right now she's wishing she was close enough to be able to hit me.
I am. It's okay, I'll do it in November. I'm saving all of these up, and I will do it in November.
Carrying a list.
Yeah.
Remember to put an asterisk by your spellcasting ability score, Tassie. By the modifier or the word, whichever, I don't care. As long as it's obvious where it applies. There we go. funny, the viewers, and I guess any of you, if you have it open, can see the different way you all did your ability scores, since I only have a text-based sheet and didn't exactly have a right here thing. But those are all valid ways to do it. I really didn't care which. So, we've got the ability scores settled. These all look like they make sense for the characters, I'm guessing. So yeah, next you choose a specialty, which is pretty much a feat, but I wanted to give it a different word. So you get one specialty out of the ones that are there. It should obviously make sense for your character and their class. And after they have chosen theirs, I will explain which ones they picked for our viewers who don't have the playtest packet in front of them. Peanuts. Fun fact for everyone at home, peanuts are good. Write that down, it'll be on the test. Chances are I'll forget to give the test though, so you can probably bank on that. Sneakily check my Discord very subtly, because saying it out loud will not give it away while I wait for you guys.
Well, there are a lot to choose from.
Well, and then there's also the understanding of what some
Right.
of the things mean, which require going farther into the book.
Right. If you want like a basic explanation of any of that, just ask me and I'll tell you how that works. So yeah.
The one I had was like radiance, readiness, resilience,
Yeah,
isolation,
looking over the
roughness.
fields.
Yeah, those are basically they're how spells work. They all have a score in one or more of those, and it describes the types of encounters they can get you past. So like readiness is good for surviving ambushes and traps, and roughness is good for destroying obstacles or enemies, and so on.
So is a radiance, I take it would be healing then? So is an
No,
arcane-
radiance is like charisma based stuff, like charming people and whatnot.
Okay. Revelation is like
Yeah, divination, discovering
Yeah, that
stuff, detecting magic, etc. Basically stuff good for solving puzzles and looking for hidden things. So it looks like Tassie chose common sense, and what common sense does is if the group only barely fails an encounter and she would lose HP, she doesn't, and someone else will instead.
Man, there are a lot of like really good ones in here. I think I'm actually going to. Is there an arcane school that is focused on healing?
That's resilience, because that covers both,
Resilience.
protecting yourself and healing yourself afterward.
Okay. Alright, so I'm changing my mind. Chicken. I hope.
You're changing your what?
Mine.
Mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't, locked it and carved it into stone and christened it with my blood or anything. I was about to, but, you were quick enough. Ah, your text is bigger. Probably because you copied it from the thing and it left the font.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. I'm fine with that. It's easier for me to read.
Make sure you choose an opposed field. Okay. And so what she's switched to is Arcane School, which lets her gain a bonus to memorizing extra spells in one field, but she has another field that becomes forbidden to her, so she'll have to rely on the group to cover those kinds of spells. And looks like Donna chose Penmanship. And you can actually read that because she copied the whole thing. It basically makes her spell books able to hold more spell levels, which is a good way to make up for the low strength score she picked.
And I have as well chosen.
You have what?
I thought I had saved it, but I'll save again. I opted for spell focus roughness.
Makes sense for a muscle wizard. And yeah, so what spell focus does is that when it comes to the actual spell rolls, it adds a +1 to the result of that. So if a spell would normally give you roughness +3, it's basically roughness +4 instead. But only if it provides at least a +1 to start with. You're a formatting inconsistency, McBuzzer. That's right, I told him. Still not seeing your specialty on your sheet, Jared.
It's right there.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
It's like I can see it on.
Yeah, it blend. It's because, well, you know when you do like a quick view, because then it's spell focus and then there's spell books. I was seeing that it still said spell right afterward, and my mind was like, I'm bored now. Let's not read the second word there. All right, so you got your specialties. So next is your equipment calculation. This is where we will calculate your hit points, which will be your level plus your constitution modifier, which means 1 plus your constitution modifier. None of you chose toughness, so no bonus there. You'll want to... You can record somewhere your maximum number of spellbooks, which will be 3 plus your strength mod. And then your equipment to start off with is whatever personal trinkets and stuff you want. They're unimportant to this. And you get a spell book that will have 3 level 1 spells in it to start with. And obviously you're going to have to flip to the spell appendix in your PDF to pick those. And, feel free to rename them or heck even come up with something new that just has the same level of balance to it.
How many spellbooks did you have? It was 3 plus strength?
Plus your strength mod, yeah. But you only start with 1, but you'll be able to buy more later. I'm sorry, McBuzzer. I'm sure you can manage to keep on going. Obviously, I only was able to put in a few example spells because I'm supposed to not take up a billion pages with my game. I already have one of the longest games as it is because the maximum number of pages is 24, and that's with art and stuff, which I'm going to have. And right now I have, almost 23 filled. And some of that will be compressed down a bit in actual layout, but still.
Well, and also you have things that are essentially sidebars that
It'll
take
get
up the equivalent.
Yeah, stuff will be able to flow around it and whatnot, or however that gets done. I'm not doing the layout, so.
Supposed to be picking out our spells right now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, one spells, there's where you...
It is Wizards and Wizards, McBuzzer. That's the point of it. I mean, theoretically, there's also, a tank and a scout in the group, but we're not focusing on them, because we all know the spellcasters do all the real work. Or at least that's the premise of this game.
Yeah, it's like as a player who tends to play martial characters to
Right.
balance out a party, my mind was screaming when I read that, but
Yeah, it's
What do you mean?
I want to be my third spell. Are we allowed to converse among ourselves and decide what to take, or is that
Yeah,
that's
go ahead.
like the whole point in
yeah, that's why we're doing it as a group, yeah.
character creation.
Okay, well, I was basically wanting to do like primarily divination magic, so far I've got detect magic and minor precognition.
I have cure light wounds.
And I'll be taking magic missile. Beyond that, I have not decided.
Which you could name as Muscle Missile.
Yes.
Magic Muscle, maybe. I guess that lines up more.
Yeah.
Yeah, the level 1 spells are all pretty straightforward. They all just give a +1 bonus to one thing. As we get
yeah.
as we get further in, it'll be split up more, and you'll have more choices to make.
And we take how many spells?
You get
Just
3
one?
for your spellbook.
3.
Okay, and they can only be level 1?
Yep. Like I said, you can feel free to make up another one that adds to the same thing if you want to double up. Like you do. Like you could have both. What?
Thank you, McBuzzer.
Yeah. You could have both Cure Light Wounds and False Life or something to do Resilience. Or Mage Armor would also work for Resilience. Or, a spell that's not pulled from, the D20 SRD.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was like mage armor or like cure disease.
Yeah, go for it. Just, record it in there and note what field it gives a bonus to. God damn stupid Amazon thing. Shut up. Echo, shut up. It's not
Cancel.
listening. Whatever. I clicked. There. It's muted now. Doesn't matter. I have to remember to start doing that before the stream.
Children do have a tendency of demanding attention.
This is why mine is muted and in a different room.
Your child?
Beautiful timing. Same thing crossed my mind, but
I have no children. My little bot thingy, my
Your Amazon thing? Or
Google.
Google thing, yeah.
Google thing.
Yeah. Dot, that's what they're called.
Right. Looks like Donna has Detect Magic,
That wasn't.
Precognition, and Charm Person.
Ah.
Nice. All of the description of the spells in the book have a mild bit of humor to them. Let me copy one that, let's see, just something for people to look at. Yeah, I guess this is funny enough. Like that,
That's.
that's,
I have isn't funny enough.
can patch up minor wound. Let's see. Tessie has Cure Light Wounds, Cure Disease, and Mage Armor. Lots of resilience for her. Alrighty, so it looks... I guess Jared needs
Yeah,
more
I'm still
spells.
deciding. Yes. What are the 3 that y'all took? I can't read.
I have Cure Light Wounds, Cure Disease, and Mage Armor.
Yeah.
All
I
of which
have
are
Detect
resilience.
Magic.
Sorry, go ahead.
I have Detect Magic, Minor Precognition, and Charm Person.
Okay.
Charge.
That would
That's
work
a
for
pretty decent
that would work
spell.
for
Like,
the
I think-
muscle wizard.
Yeah. It's like you point at them and you're suddenly charging at them.
Oh God, I'll do what you want. Stop. Wait, what? What about tiny Brazilians? What are you talking about, Dan?
Charge person is actually a good idea.
Go for it.
I'm trying to think of what the field would be for like what it would actually do.
I mean, that could still be radiance, you know, just intimidation based instead of charming
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess Mage Armor could have also been Roughness, but I figured, armoring.
No, roughness is for destroying other things. Resilience
Oh,
is
yeah.
for protecting or healing your party.
Okay. Alright.
Tiny Brazil. I mean, whatever you heard, Dan.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
I don't know who told me said it, but they heard Brazilians.
I don't know. Mm-mm.
Thanks to Jared, I'm gonna go back through and watch Full Metal Alchemist again. For probably the 4th or 5th time.
Which one?
Brotherhood.
Of course.
I prefer Brotherhood.
So do you have a
Okay.
third spell yet, Jared?
I have an idea, but would a level 1 spell be able to damage multiple people?
I mean,
Or would
you
that-
would just call it roughness still.
Yeah. Okay.
Because again, everything gets abstracted.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, while you're recording that, I suppose we can start getting into the basics of how it works. So, guess I need to X out your guys' sheets for now, so people can see the little thing I have set up. It's nothing amazing. I'll probably put your sheets back up afterward, but so yeah, technically speaking, there are 6 phases, but some of them kind of run together. So the first phase in a day, that Oh, it was instead of resilience, they heard Brazilians. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, to start with, I will usually need to be coming up with encounters for the day. I'm going to start with only a few for your guys' first day while we do this. And I have those ready, so whenever you guys want, you can all make wisdom checks to see if you can guess what you're going to be facing for the day. The base DC is 15. And the more of you that get a success, the more hints you all get, obviously. I think I have 3D dice on, so it should show those whenever they roll.
Wow.
That,
I don't know how that happened.
you rolled 91d20 plus 3. You,
Very nice.
Let's try that again.
yeah. There we go. Oh, that one was Tassie. Well, it's not. It's not showing the dice. What the heck? Have them enabled. Whatever. I don't even care. Maybe it doesn't do it. Oh, it's probably only when the stream viewer itself does it.
Yeah, the viewer has to have it enabled, so
Yeah,
Well,
let me enable it.
you have
I
to
have it turned
enable.
off.
Oh no, it does, but I mean, it doesn't show your guys's unless you also enable. Is what
Ah.
I'm. So it looks like we got 2 failures.
Roll better.
Oh, there we go. Maybe it just doesn't like the modifiers. It showed that one.
Well, I
Oh,
went in and
oh, you turned it on.
turned mine on and did it through through the advanced dice roller.
Gotcha. Well, you rolled an 18, so
So, yes.
you get a hint. Let me check what I wrote down. So, based on what you're expecting, you think it's going to be a fairly rough day.
Okay.
So, next up comes spell memorizing. I'm moving the book over so people can see we're there. This is high tech visualization here. So yeah, this stage is preparing spells. By default, you can memorize a total number of spell levels equal to twice your character level. So 2 level 1 spells to start with. If you want to memorize more than that, you can make intelligence checks against a difficulty of 11 plus the extra levels up to a maximum of what you can normally memorize. And if you fail, you give up whatever extra amount you wanted. So if you wanted 1 extra, you would lose 1, so you'd only have 1 level 1 spell for the day.
So if you really pushed and tried, like, at level 1 to have 4 spells prepared,
You could go without spells for the day.
you could go without spells for the day.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you're useless because you're a spellcaster.
Yeah.
Well, not entirely useless, but mostly useless. We'll get to that when we start going over the encounters.
So what do you roll? You roll wisdom to see if you can memorize spells?
Intelligence.
That's only to memorize extra spells if you want
Yes.
to. If you want to risk it.
Okay. I'll risk learning 1 extra spell. Then we can help through it.
Okay, and that'll be 1d20 plus your intelligence mod. The difficulty will be 12. Drum roll. 15. you are able to tax your memory and memorize another prayer for the day. So you can memorize all 3 of your spells.
I will do the same.
Oh! Just barely missed it.
Yeah.
So you get 1 spell for the day.
Yep.
Donna, are you gonna risk it?
Yeah, why not? Oh
Oh.
boy.
Wow, yeah. You rolled a d10. You should roll a d20 instead.
Yes.
Oh. Too much World of Darkness.
Wow. Alright, so you also only get 1 spell. This is gonna be a fun first day for you all.
Mm-hmm.
So, feel free to write down what you have memorized wherever you want, or just put like an X by it on your sheet or something like that. And let me know when you're all ready. Let me pull up your guys' sheets again so people can see.
So, my 3rd spell is Raining Sparkles. Flexing your muscles causes a shower of sparkles, damaging enemies around you.
Nice.
Which is what I'm preparing for today.
Okie dokie. The rest of you, yeah, make sure you talk about what you're going to prepare.
I'm preparing all 3. So cure wounds.
All right, yeah, you're... You'll hopefully be covered on any resilience.
I am preparing Charm Person, which I'll probably regret.
Okie dokie.
Because so far I've regretted everything.
It gets easier as your level goes up, as it's supposed to for casters.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, now they've gone through their spell memorizing, and we go into the encounters for the day. And so, the way encounters work is I'm going to describe each encounter. There's going to be anywhere between... Why is there a bot there? Oh, stay hydrated bot. I have consumed soda with vodka in it. It's kind of hydration. There we go. Now I'm even more hydrated. Yes, I know alcohol dehydrates you. Shut up.
You're not drinking out of a straw this time, are you?
Not drinking out of a what?
Straw.
Why not a straw?
What would be wrong with that?
It makes you drunk faster.
I think that's a myth.
Yeah, that sounds like...
It's a myth because you tend to drink faster when you drink through a straw. So, you know, but if you drink the same amount, it's not going to get you drunk any faster.
Yeah, per volume, it's not going to have any
Right.
effect.
Anyway, back to what I was talking about. This game thing we're playing. How does that work? Alright, I have to tell you all. So, the way encounters work each day is there's going to be anywhere between 2 and 6 of them. Because we have a full group, it'll sometimes aim towards the higher end, though at first level, probably lower end. There's an average difficulty class that's in the playtest, but I can make it whatever. So as I describe each encounter for the day, I will say what the primary and secondary fields are that are being tested, and then the group will decide which spells, if any, they want to pit against the encounter. If they do not put a spell up, they just roll a d20 alone to try and help. If they do, they roll a d20 plus their casting modifier plus the spell's bonus to that field. And yes, that does mean you can use a spell that's not appropriate to get your spellcasting mod and nothing else. But of course, then you're risking that you might be better off using that spell later, because I'm not telling you how many encounters you have today. So, let's get started on that. So in the first encounter for the day... Sorry, were you going to say something, Jared?
I was going to answer Dan,
Oh.
I assume that it is just a Twitch.
Yeah, that's a Twitch
Bot.
thing. I've heard of that before. It just kind
Not
of
a Falcon
surprised
thing.
me. Why would I put up a bot that tells me to drink water?
Especially being that specific.
I mean,
I
if any...
highly doubt that he would bother converting it to milliliters.
Right. And I wouldn't make a separate bot. If I was really going to remind myself, I'd just use the timer function that Streamlabs bots have. So, anyway. Sorry. Tried to swallow a peanut there. Okay.
Chew.
Yeah, chewing is overrated. So, in the first encounter of the day, the group comes across a troop of imp-like demons who are capable of randomly turning invisible to attack. You need spells that give you readiness as the primary and roughness as the secondary. You can put more than one spell towards an encounter, but of course then you won't have it later. You can use each spell only once per day. Old school wizarding.
As I turn invisible, I think we should use Jared's character's Rain of Sparkles. Because then if they're still invisible, even if they are invisible, it would still hit them. I hope.
Potentially, yeah. That is what I was thinking as well.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Jared's putting up his sparkles for this.
I don't see. No, I'm not gonna risk a spell.
Okie dokie, and Donna?
I'm not gonna risk a spell either.
Okie dokie, so Donna and Tassie just roll a d20 to see if you help at all through mundane means. Got a 19, okay. So basically the result is calculated, it's automatically basically teamwork rolls. The highest result is the base, and then anyone that got a 10 or more will add 2 more. So,
Okay. See, and mine would be a d20 plus 5 because of spell focus.
yep. 23
Yay!
plus 2 from Donna, and Tassie does not help, so that's 25 for... Oh, that's against the roughness, right? You do have to... it's a roll for each thing that you're testing. Sorry, I should have been more clear with that. So we'll say that was for the roughness one. So
Yes.
you guys can go ahead and roll again for readiness, obviously.
Readiness. So all three of us are just a d20 then.
No, you put up a spell. It doesn't give you a readiness bonus, but you do get your spellcasting modifier
Okay.
because you cast a spell.
Okay.
Because
Yikes.
I-
Ugh.
Oh!
We are not ready.
You are not ready at all. Alright, so, you did not do the primary, but you did get the secondary. So, the way that works, wait, where's my, here it is. Primary is not met, whether or not the secondary was. A total number of hit points is lost from the party equal to the encounter level. The loss is split among the casters, starting with 1 from the lowest primary roll, which was ironically Jared.
Mm-hmm.
So you lose 1 HP. And because you guys did get the secondary, we... all DCs, if only one DC, you get half the amount of gold, which means there's 3 of you. Oh, that doesn't divide out right at all. I might have to change that a bit. Well, it would be normally 100 gold per encounter level, and then half of that for only getting the secondary, so that'd be 50
So
divided.
120?
Yeah, let's just give all of you 20 gold and call that good. So record 20 gold somewhere on your sheet. Go ahead and describe how you were able to, kill them, but you weren't prepared in time to stop them from hurting you with what spells you used.
How do you figure out hit points again?
Constitution modifier plus level.
Yeah. Did I not put a place for that on the sheet? Oh,
No,
yeah, I
you
did.
did
It's in your
not.
it's in your attributes thing, that tab.
Oh, okay.
You can record it there. So yeah, I guess
I put it
Jared,
on the actual
Jared,
sheet.
since you're the only one who used a spell, go ahead and give us just a little description of what happened.
All right. What did you say the enemies were again?
They were little imps that were able to turn invisible to attack.
Okay. So the imps had turned invisible before we had noticed them, and as they charged forward to attack, they hit me, and I activated Raining Sparkles to destroy them in reaction to being attacked.
And they dropped they dropped some of their little imp trinkets, so you can get some gold from them. All right, so that's the first encounter. So then later in the day, you were trying to You're trying to walk through the road to an important town, but the only path that can get there properly has a giant ogre sleeping in the way of it, and it is just not responding to anything. You guys are testing against roughness as your primary, and that's it.
I
Did-
got nothing.
I did tell you it would be a rough day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you charm ogres or not. Do they count as people?
I mean, again, as long as the field is appropriate, you can say it works.
So what do you
It's
charm?
not appropriate.
Field is not appropriate for any of your spells.
Yeah, charm person doesn't.
So, none of us put up a spell.
Yep.
Yeah, because you gave up your only one. So yeah, you all have to attempt a d20 to try and get through this.
And it's just a straight D20, right?
Yep, just
Yep.
a plain d20 if you don't put up any magic at all. Alright, so none of you help, but Jared rolled an 18, which is enough. So, through boring, mundane means that you don't get to describe because we don't care about those in this game, you manage to, tell the ogre to go somewhere else. And you beat this encounter. Record 1 experience point and 40 gold each.
Did we gain experience?
No,
for
you
the
don't.
previous encounter?
You don't gain experience if you don't meet the primary DC. And
Okay.
you didn't, you only had the secondary.
Alright. And you said 40 gold?
Yep.
I got experience to meter.
Oh,
I mean, experience isn't. You can put that by your level 1 XP or something.
Why is it turning those into leads? That is weird. I have no idea why.
yeah, I did the same thing for me for
It's turning what into
some of my
links?
stuff. Under my spell details, it...
Oh, I see. Because it thinks like muscle is the protocol.
Yeah. But then the other ones, since I copied it,
Yeah.
kept level as...
Yeah, it's kind of whatever, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys have your XP recorded, and then finally, your last encounter of the day. The group's barbarian was driven mad by a strange disease, and you need to survive his attacks and knock him out to let him sleep it off. So that's going to be resilience as the primary and roughness as the secondary.
I will use cure disease.
Makes sense.
What is arcane school that we do again? I get +1 for resilience. Cool. So, okay. That would be +2?
Now, you have Arcane School gives you a bonus to memorizing so long as.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Spell
So you actually
focus.
should have had a bonus from that, but you
Yes.
succeeded anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So it's +1.
Let's see if I move these up.
Well, plus your spellcasting modifier.
Right. So,
Right.
total of +4.
Alright, and this is for the resilience, and then we'll need to do a roughness roll from each of us as well.
Yep. Based on whatever spells you put up. Remember, I did say this is your last encounter, so if you have any spells left, you may as well.
Yeah, but
I know
Donna
you don't,
wasn't paying attention.
Oh, she already
I thought
rolled.
it had to match.
No, if it doesn't match, you only get your spellcasting mod.
Spellcasting modifier.
But you do get it because you cast a spell. Basically, there's always an advantage to casting a spell over trying to use mundane means.
I see.
Because spellcasters are creative and can make it work in a roundabout way sometimes.
I was under the impression that it had to match for you to cast it.
You were under the wrong impression.
Well, now I know better.
Alright. Well, what would you... Was the 18 your roll?
Yeah, the 18 was her roll.
Okay. Well, we can say... What spells did you have left?
Charm person.
Okay, so yeah, you only had that. So yeah, you would have added your primary of +3. So you would have had a 21 for resilience.
Yeah.
So that plus that gets you 25. So resilience is definitely taken care of. And now you all can roll again for roughness.
So both of y'all do your roll plus your spellcasting modifier.
Right.
And I do not help in the least.
Oh boy.
And
Uh-oh.
neither does Donna.
It's up to you, Tassie. And she gets it. It was a very easy one. Alright. So... let's see. The primary one, Donna rolled the best. So... Donna, explain how your strange spell choice managed to help here, and Tassie can add on details to how she helped. And Jared was mundane, so we don't care.
Yeah.
Well, he was enraged and crazed, but I was able to charm him just long enough for, to do her thing.
Once he was paying attention to Donna's character, I would move in and touch him so I can cure the disease that's making him go insane and attack.
Perfect. So yeah, you guys are done with your encounters for the day. That will be another 40 gold and 1 more XP. Which means you guys earned a total of 100 gold over the course of the day and 2 XP. So, now we go to the after encounter stuff, which will be leveling, equipment buying, and scribing. We'll start with the leveling. You guys level up, delete your experience, there's no carryover. Mostly to keep the system simple. So, when you level up, you increase your total hit points by +1, obviously, and you gain 1 free spell at your new highest spell level, which is level 2. Because the spell levels actually match your level, because this game makes sense. And you can immediately scribe that if you have room in your book without any sort of check. And because this is level 2, you'll also raise an ability by +2. Let me know if you need me to repeat any of that. Alright, no one needs a repeat, so I'm gonna go use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
trying to think. I thought that. Oh, I see. Okay.
Alright, I'm back. Did you guys manage to level up?
I'm trying to decide between clairvoyance and detect thought. Of
Gotcha.
course, there's also fireball.
I'm taking a fireball equivalent, but that does not need to necessarily stop you.
I am taking aid.
Okie dokie.
Clairvoyance or detect thought. I was already torn between those two, so no worries.
You added an HP and chose an ability score to raise. Is that silence a yes? None of you answered me. You can hear me, right?
I'm done.
Oh, I unmuted Twitch, but I didn't unmute Discord. That's why you guys didn't hear me.
Yeah.
Whoops. Okay. So, I was asking if you remembered to add your HP and your ability score, because I heard you talking about your spell.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we regain lost HP?
We'll get to that,
At
but
the end of the day?
yeah, at the end of the day, you'll regain your HP.
Okay.
So,
I have a lap cat.
a lap cat. Alright, so, doobie-doo. After you level up for the day, you can purchase more equipment. And so the way purchasing equipment works is, again, it's assumed you probably bought some baubles and other stuff that we're not worrying about. New spell books cost 250 gold. Obviously, none of you need one yet, and you can't afford one yet. And new spell scrolls cost 50 per spell level. And you can buy as many as you can afford. So you can buy one new level 2 scroll or 2 level 1s. Or one and then save some, etc. And then you can haggle by making a charisma check against a DC of 15 for a spell book or 11 plus spell level for a spell scroll. If you succeed, the item costs half as much. If you fail, it costs half as much again, so, multiply by 1.5. So like a scroll would cost 25 on a success or 75 on a fail. Or you can just pay and not risk it.
And again, we can make a spells like we did, so I could make something for a first level spell, like cure poison.
Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to haggle then for a scroll.
For a level 1 scroll.
Yep.
Okie dokie.
I have no charisma modifier, so.
19, okay. You're able to buy it for 25 gold.
Woohoo!
There's your equipment. So, note that you have the scroll. We'll get to scribing it after everyone's done buying stuff.
I will buy a level 2 scroll without haggling.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that too. My luck has been shit tonight.
Sounds good. Alright. What scrolls are you buying?
Detect thoughts for me.
Okie dokie.
I will do an upgraded version of Raining Sparkles that does Roughness 2, Readiness 1.
So kind of like,
Basically, auto-targeting.
Gotcha. Makes sense. They sparkle towards the danger.
Yeah.
Is it called Rain of Bigger Sparkles?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Alright. So everyone has their scroll, so now we will get to scribing that scroll. Scribing scrolls is pretty easy, but you can fail it if you dumped your dexterity and stuff. You have to roll a successful dexterity check against a difficulty of 5 plus the spell level. If you fail, you ruined your scroll.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I said 5 plus spell level. You're
5
fine.
plus. Yeah, you're fine. You needed 7.
Yep. Tassie
Oh,
is fine.
5 plus, not 5 times.
Oh God. No. I don't want to make it impossible to learn new spells. And
Damn dice.
Jared failed.
Yeah.
All right. No bigger sparkles for you, unless that was you.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got the fireball equivalent as your.
Yeah.
It happens. It's an assumption of the game that every once in a while you'll fail that.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So now you rest, so go ahead and recover all your HP, and we get to start again. Which means I have to come up with new encounters. This time I'll probably just roll on the chart. I'll use the stream view since I have that in a different window. I suppose I should GM roll it. Did that... Okay, there it goes. Oh yeah, you guys can see it, can't you? Derp.
Yes.
Now you can.
You're not viewing.
Yeah, I wasn't
You're
thinking
not-
there. I was thinking the GR thing would just send it to me, but I guess the player's supposed to kind of see that. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to apply a modifier to that in my head for choosing those. So that way you can't just look them up. Let's see, we'll do... Yeah, that'll work.
That's not what I was laughing at, by the way. My cat was sitting on the arm of my chair, and she was all bunched up like she was ready to jump from where that is over to the food dish, which is on a desk about 3.5 feet away. And then she just kind of tipped over the edge and fell down on the floor.
Poor kitten.
It's...
And I had nothing to do with it. I didn't touch her.
And... Alright, feel free to roll your wisdom checks whenever you want. Let's see. Well, they're level 2, so your DC should be...
Where's my wisdom? Wisdom, okay.
Just missed.
Alright. Did
Donna,
Donna
did you
roll?
No.
Donna, wisdom.
Wisdom.
You have to see if you know what kind of stuff you're going to be dealing with today. Okay, so you get one hint. I guess that's going to be most important. I feel like your resilience is going to be tested a lot today.
Oh, great.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and bear Cure Wounds, Cure Poison, and Mage Armor. And I have
Right.
to go ahead and roll for that last one.
Remember, you get twice
Nice.
your level in total spell levels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I get 4.
Right. So that'd be like 2 level 1s and 1 level 2,
One
for
and
instance.
two, right? Okay.
Let's go back to
All right.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and risk 1 spell.
1 spell level. Okie dokie. That'll be a DC of 12.
Yeah, and it's an intelligence roll, correct?
Correct.
Woohoo!
You did it. You're able to cram another muscle mudra into your mind.
Okay, so I will prepare everything.
And it's once again intelligence to roll to memorize an extra spell.
Yep.
If that extra spell is radiance, then you get a bonus.
Yeah, remember.
Resilience, yeah.
Or resilience, sorry.
Yeah.
Wrong
Resilience.
word.
Yeah.
Yep.
They all start with R, so
Well, I'm sure that was done on purpose.
I'm sure.
It's alliteration. I like alliteration.
Uh,
Fun fact, when I was developing it, like, I was originally trying to make them all sound all arcane-y, and then 4 of them ended up as R words. And I was like, well... or no, not 4.
Yeah.
3 out of 5, something like that. But I decided to, may as well make it a fun alliteration thing.
I'm looking up my spell school to see how much it gives me.
Plus 3.
Alright. Thank you.
We had said that already, but
No, I'm already in the process of looking it up.
She wasn't listening, she was trying to find it for herself. How many, did you add your intelligence modifier too?
no, she
No, you did not.
I did not.
So 17. How many extra levels were you trying to memorize?
1.
Yeah, you're fine. You would have been fine anyway.
Okay.
So yeah.
Indy, why are you crying?
Donna, are you gonna risk any?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll risk 1.
Let's see if she can cram her mind through full of more spells.
Of course not.
Nope, you lose a spell level, so that's 3 total spell levels you get for today. Oh, I haven't been moving the thingamabob. There we go. I can kind of see it through the thing. I'm leaving your sheets up because I think that's more interesting anyway. Alright. So you have all your spells chosen?
Nope.
No? Oh.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool. So, we are on to the day's encounters. Let's plop the book over there. Alright. So, the first encounter of the day, you have to make your way across an incredibly long stretch of desert beneath a horrible boiling sun. You have to test resilience, and only resilience.
I need to diversify my spells.
Remember, you can use other inappropriate spells just to get your spellcasting modifier.
I'm going to go ahead and
Leave that there so people can read these spells.
I'll go ahead and use mage armor.
Okie dokie. So that'll be a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier plus 1.
Let's see. I will go ahead and use magic muscle.
Alrighty.
You can use clairvoyance, Donna, to know what was coming, so you could dress appropriately.
Yes, but we're just saying that you don't necessarily have to use.
Yeah, I'll use clairvoyance so I can get my ability modifier. Maybe I'll actually be able to
Oh,
contribute.
yeah, that's true. I accidentally rolled it with roughness, so mine would be 2 lower.
Okie dokie. Remember, at least 10 is enough to help, so.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, you guys are able to get through the desert without any trouble. Tassie, you rolled highest, so go ahead and talk about how your mage armor did most of the work in that. And the rest of you can add on to that after she's done with how your choices helped.
Seeing how across this long desert, go ahead and cast Mage Armor, and the magic of Mage Armor helps reflect the sun back away from our bodies.
Hmm.
So at least we don't get sunburn.
Makes sense. Jared, how did you help?
I used magic muscle in order to attack the ground and cause a dust cloud to dissipate sunlight as well.
Cool, cool. And Donna?
I guess I used clairvoyance so that way I could look ahead and see that we were definitely going to need some darkened goggles today to avoid all this light shining and dust up in the air and stuff.
Sounds good. Alright, so you all get... Did I multiply the experience? I know I multiplied the gold. Sorry. I haven't run this game much yet, obviously, since this is the first and only play. Okay, it's just 1 XP per encounter period that you succeed. So 1 experience, and then, let's see, 200 gold between 3 characters. We'll call that 70 gold each. So, alright. So, yeah, you get out of the desert, then suddenly, pit trap, quick, readiness, go!
Dang it.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use aid. Voice energy, making them more capable of combat in similar dangerous situations, so that we can all leap over the pit trap without, falling to our deaths, hopefully.
And I will not use a spell, so mundane.
Okie dokie.
I'm also not using a spell.
And I am no help.
Oh look, we could have been helping
It's-
together though.
Alright, Tassie, it's up to you. Just your
So it says-
spellcasting mod.
Okay,
Well, no, aid has some
Resilience.
readiness.
No, it doesn't. It has resilience and
No, it says
roughness.
resilience and roughness.
Resilience roughness. Sorry, remembered it wrong.
Yeah.
And she gets it. Alright. Well, describe how aid saved you all from the sudden pit trap.
It hit our tank. Our tank was able to kind of catch himself with his feet on one side of the trap and his hands on the other side of the trap. And the rest of us were able to walk across the tank and then help him over the trap.
Nice. Alright. That's another XP and another 70 gold for each of you. Alright. So, you get across the pit trap, and suddenly you get across the pit trap and go into a cavern, but suddenly there's a landslide, and the exits are cut off on either side of you. Test against roughness. Because you gotta clear out the rocks and such.
I will use ground quake.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Remember, you can't use spells you've already cast today.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Okay. I'm not gonna risk the spell then.
Okie dokie. Donna?
I'm not gonna risk a spell.
Alright.
It'll still work any.
Well, Tassie definitely helps. Everyone
Take the
helps.
living daylights out of that.
Alright. I think it's obvious how, but Jared, go ahead and explain how you clear the landslide.
So after striking a pose, I stomp on the ground, cause the ground to shake, and clear the landslide.
Cause another landslide. He summoned a new landslide to fight this one. It was super effective. Alright. Well,
Bigger and better landslide.
once again, 1 XP, 70 gold. So I think that puts you at 210 and 3 XP so far for the day, so you're definitely going to be
Yep.
leveling up. Alright. So yeah, as you get through the landslide, you get to your final destination, so that the way the party can enter into a to-the-death competition to take out other groups of participants. You're testing resilience as your primary and roughness as your secondary.
Cure wounds so that I can okay.
Raining sparkles.
I guess I'll just use detect magic and see what happens.
Okie dokie. Test resilience first.
I'm helpful. Wait, that wasn't supposed to be a 0, that was supposed to be a +4, so mine's actually a 16.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so what are the bonuses again? We get our spellcasting bonus, and if we have...
Yeah, if you cast a spell, you get your spellcasting modifier and any resilience bonus from your spell for this first
Yeah.
one.
So that would be 5.
Alright, so it looks like Donna had the best one.
Yeah.
You do beat resilience, so go ahead and test roughness now.
Okay.
Same deal, except, your roughness modifier instead.
Okay.
Alright, so 24 plus 2 plus 2. Alright, you're definitely able to handle the roughness. I'll go ahead, since Donna beat the primary, I'll let her describe how she led the battle against the enemy, and then Jared and then Tassie can say how they helped.
Oh my god, I cast detect magic. What the
How did you... Come on,
I found out that the other guy was hiding a magical weapon somewhere. Shouldn't that be mentioned?
Sure.
Alright. So Jared, how did you help at that point?
Alright. I used raining sparkles to blind the guy and distract him so that the rogue could go up and steal it.
Okie dokie.
Or scout.
And while they were distracted by that, I would run up and heal our tank of any wounds they'd already, taken, so that we could beat the other guy.
Okie dokie.
Stop it!
No! Don't wanna!
Alrighty. Every time I click back to the Roll20 screen instead of the book, I have them on the same window, so I'll see a random 3D roll that hadn't been done on my screen yet.
Yeah.
Even though it was done on the stream viewer. Alright, so you are all done with your encounters for the day. You level up again.
Woohoo!
Because, oh, and you got another 70 gold from that. And an XP, but the extra XP doesn't really matter. So yeah, so once again, one more HP, one more spell, which can be level 3 now, and at level 3 you get a new specialty. So go ahead and pick a second one. While you guys do that, I'm going to refill my drink, because it's empty, and I just cannot have that. Alrighty, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hey, Deva.
Well,
Alright, so did you all pick your new specialties?
no.
Nope.
I was looking at spell first.
Gotcha. So yeah, Dave, as you probably also already know, we're playing used Grimoires. I don't know if you've seen the preview of that yet, but yeah, we're at the point they're leveling up to level 3. There's 5 levels total, so you know we're getting pretty far through the game. Once you get to level 5, and then you get enough to level up, you become heroes and you win the game. Right now they're picking new specialties.
I already picked mine.
And specialties are feats by any other name. Let's see what Donna picked. She got penmanship, and she did ability, aptitude, intelligence. Ooh. Gonna do some memorizing.
Gonna try.
Right. And you picked dominate creatures, your spell.
Alright, I know.
Tassie, you said you got yours?
Mm-hmm.
Burnout. Ooh. She can give up a point of HP to cast a spell that she's already cast that day.
Ah, very nice.
Which is good at higher levels because you can lose more than 1 HP in an encounter if you lose it.
Mm.
I'm gonna check my messages again.
Have you figured out why you failed?
Why, who failed what?
My
Andy.
cat.
Oh.
I don't think she has. She's staring over at the food dish longingly. Well, now she's watching Pumpkin go to the litter box.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Indeed, leave my poor cat alone. He does not need you as an audience.
He's not in the litter box, he's just over by it, so I don't know what he's doing.
So is everyone leveled up?
I'm still making up my spell.
Gotcha.
Trying to be a little bit more creative, so it takes a touch longer.
Fair enough. You don't want to just do black tentacles and have it just be muscly arms that reach out and grab people?
No.
You grow extra arms, pick up somebody's one set of arms, and beat them with the other.
I'm sorry, Dan. Yeah, I got what you were referencing there. I was just distracted by other stuff, or I would have commented. But yeah, you were talking about when I was saying they win at level 5 plus.
Yeah.
It's all good, we get it. Don't feel bad. Level 3 spells are where you get into some tricky areas because you have to decide, are you gonna go full hog in one area, or are you gonna... You know what, while you're doing this, I could probably start working on the encounters for the next day. I should make a note of that in my book, that after the first day, it can be good to start working on that ahead of time. Let me make a comment on my thing. Small players choose. Cool. See, this is the kind of stuff that playtest is good for.
Yep.
Alright, so yeah. Anyone that has finished leveling up, you can feel free to start shopping too. I don't want to make people... You're not fused at the same
Limited.
stage.
Yeah.
So, remember, new scrolls are 50 per spell level, and you can only hold up to 10 spell levels in a spell book unless you have the penmanship specialty. 3, 4, 5, 6,
How much
7,
did they, the new spellbooks cost again?
250.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I'm gonna go ahead and buy a new spell book, I think.
Good plan. Let's see, do I want to roll my encounters, or I'll just come up with shit.
Do you need to haggle for spell books or not?
Yep, you can haggle for anything if you want to risk it, but you have to have enough money that you can pay for it if you fail.
Okay, I don't have enough money for it if I can fail, so I will just pay for it outright.
Okie dokie. I have to check my difficulty classes for this level. You level this. Okay, cool.
I'm not gonna haggle either, but I'm buying stuff.
Okie dokie. What are you buying?
Another spell book and a level 1 spell scroll.
Sounds good. That'll be 300 gold.
Wait, 300?
No. Or, yeah, 50. Yeah,
Yeah.
50 per, so 300.
Oh, okay, so just the spell book then. I was misremembering what spells cost.
Yeah.
All good. If you did choose tentacles. Lewdness is not one of the spell stats. Thankfully.
Alright.
Let's
So I decided on my spell. If I buy a scroll and fail to scribe it, can I then buy it again?
Yes,
Or-
you can.
okay.
You can buy it again to try again.
Well, I mean, like, in the same down period?
Yes,
Okay.
I actually specifically wrote in the book with GM permission, and I am giving you permission.
Okay. Then I am going to attempt to buy my level 2 spell again that I had made up last time.
Okay.
Uh,
When you
and
say it
what is the modifier? That's a dex roll, correct?
to scribe it, yeah,
Yes.
and it's the difficulty is 5 plus the spell level.
Okay.
Okay.
So I need a 7.
Wow.
Got the exact same thing again. Let's try that again. I'll buy another copy of the scroll.
You can't scribe anything with your big meaty hands.
Yeah.
There you go. That time you
Alright.
got it.
So that time I finally learned the spell.
You can ask to borrow gold and stuff if you want. But don't worry about that later. Alright. Alright, I need to buy more or add more stuff.
Are you rolling random encounters again?
Alright.
Nope,
so
I'm
my
not
new
rolling this time.
My new spell is Shining Armor. Creates a damage reflecting armor that also blinds enemies. Roughness +4, readiness +1, resilience +1.
That
Shining armor?
sounds
A total of
right.
6, which
Yeah. Yep. Which is,
is
the level
what everything
3.
else is.
Yep, sounds good.
I
So
have shining armor sitting on my desk.
you rolled a. At least one of them. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna. Oh, you mean for the enemy's difficulty? Oh, I do have a nice little table that gives me a basis for what I should be testing for them. Where'd my
My
table?
spellbook is now full.
Right back.
Here's my table.
So if we fail miserably and don't get money, then I'm gonna be SOL next time when we need to get a new spellbook.
I've still got 2 slots in my spellbook, but I
Yeah. You can hang on to your free spell until you do have a spell book to scribe it in, but yeah.
Oh, that's good to know.
But yeah.
But y'all
I'm
y'all
noting-
both bought spellbooks.
I am noting I should probably lower the cost of spell books. Because this does seem to be eating up early on, and if you fail anything, let me make a note of that. I'm going to keep it consistent for the playtest, but it's good to know for later. Where was I? Alright. Here we are. Scribing. No, shopping.
So probably 150.
Yeah, something like that. Lower to 150 question mark. Alright. And I still have more encounters to do. I'll just roll some of them. And I'll roll that on my screen because I'm not stupid and I would never roll it in a screen that everyone can see. That didn't show up right. Good. Alright, so we got that and that. Where's my appendix? I have a nice little appendix for those that can't see it that has a random encounter set if you don't want to come up with everything yourself. And yeah, I wanted to include like 5 different tables and you'd roll which table first, but I had not enough room for that.
I'm back.
So yeah, what did I roll?
even know
Where's
you
my
were
rolls? I got that and that.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting in the same room. She got up.
Ooh, perfect.
Obviously, I wasn't listening to you.
Snap. And what was my other roll? That. Right. I remember now. It's all coming back to me. Oh wow, that's a lot of things of certain thing. That thing. Whoosh. We're in encounter development. Alright, let me double check the difficulties and then we will... Well, you guys... Oh yeah, you guys can make your wisdom rolls if you want. Obviously, refill your HP for the day if you're done with all your spells and whatnot. I think you're done.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you go to sleep and it is the next day. I already forgot what I was doing. Oh right, I was double checking the... Just double checking something. Where's my table?
Yay!
You guys are level 3 now, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Cool. So let's tweak that a little. That'll work. Okie dokie. So what'd you all get? Looks like we got a 10, an 18, and a 15, so you get 2 clues. Alright. We got lots of those, some of those. Followed by... Which one of those is tougher? Okay. Tassie, you feel like you're going to have to figure out and reveal a lot of things to your, doltish, mundane party members. And Jared, you feel as if being resilient will be helpful with this coming day.
Okay, so Donna should detect.
So yeah, now we are on spell memorizing.
And we get twice our level by default.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. How best to move this so you can see everything. That'll work.
Alright. So that would let me learn my 3rd level spell and my 2nd level spell. So if I want to learn my 3 first level spells, how much would I have to risk?
Well, by default you have 6, so
Right.
And that's total spell
So
levels,
one.
so...
Right, so 1. So if I want to learn, the rest of my level 1 spells?
you need 2.
Okay.
I'm just gonna risk 1.
How do I risk 2?
You roll...
Make the same roll,
Yeah, it's just a higher...
which, assuming that they are resilience, you have +3.
Right.
You...
Can't.
I'm not learning anything.
Well, but you also have your intelligence.
Which you
Oh,
forgot
right.
again, but I still don't think
Yes.
that's enough.
That only puts you at 10. What is the required again?
It's 11 plus the extra spell levels you're getting.
Okay, so I lose 2. I'm going to stop even trying.
Yeah.
Alright, so I lose 2.
Wait, you got... Let's see, you did ability, aptitude, intelligence. Oh, you only have an intelligence of 12. Okay.
Yeah, she only has intelligence. She doesn't have,
Right.
uh,
I was talking about Donna. Donna has
Arcane
ability
school,
aptitude, and then Tassie has arcane school.
yes.
Okie dokie. But it looks
And
like...
let's see. I haven't made my roll yet.
So both of you lose however many spell levels you were risking.
Yeah.
1. Well, I thought you lose them in 2s.
You lose however many you were risking.
Risking.
I was risking 1.
So you lose 1.
Lose.
So you have 5 total for the day. And Tassie, I think, was risking 2, so she has 4 total for the day. Which means like a level 3 and a level 1, or however you want to
Yeah.
do that.
I'm going to go ahead and risk 2 as well. Let's
Okie dokie.
see. +4. Yay!
20. So, yep, you are able to...
Do 8
Yep.
spell levels.
That indeed you are. You can both literally and figuratively carry the team.
So I am going to do everything other than round quake.
Alright. What are the rest of you preparing?
I'm preparing Cure Light Wound, Mage Armor, and Aid.
Okie dokie. Make sure to mark that somehow on your sheet. Because I see old asterisks there.
Yep, mine are updated.
Cool. I see. You have it there in your book. Cool. And then Donna, what are you...
That does not sound good, Dan.
What? Oh, I don't have my thing up. Wait, where'd my
Oh.
chat go? For some reason my window resized. There we go, now I can see chat again. I've been live for just over 2 hours.
Yep.
Jared's luck dictates that he dies during this. That was probably from earlier. Unless he's saying you're
Yeah.
gonna die while spell memorizing. That'd be fun. You rolled a 1, you have a brain hemorrhage.
Well, his next one is rolled a 2 for odds of survival.
Yeah, I know, but... Anyway. Donna, you didn't say what you prepared. Or you're muted.
I am still deciding.
Oh, okay. Looking at all my messages. Ah, did I just full screen Discord somehow? Oh, there we go. I'd actually restored it and it was bigger than the screen. Let's go back to that so everyone can see the stuff. Well, I guess they could already. I'm just
Yes.
mumbling.
Okay, I am preparing Detect Magic, Minor Precognition, and Dominate Creature.
Right, and you would only risk 1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. You're just using a D20 as a magic 8-ball. Makes sense, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll, if I ever get more $25 patrons, maybe I'll run a game of this for them. Or I could run it for just you. This works for 1 to 3 people. But, I'm thinking I
I'm
might...
actually really enjoying this taco. I think it's a great way to introduce people to role playing, actually.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's
And,
not
like,
crunchy. Yeah.
It's kind of a more roleplay heavy munchkin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so everyone has their spells, so we are on to encounters. Can you see that? No, let's put that up a bit. There we go. Poof. Alright, so as you start your adventuring for the day, you are attacked by a flock of seagulls. They're diseased, dire seagulls that are all carrying knives. Test resilience is primary and roughness is secondary.
Oh.
Everyone knows dire seagulls can carry knives.
I'm sorry. I got stuck on imagining the 80s band Flock of Seagulls. With their, and they have like knives in their hair, and it just, I got stuck there.
That's a nice twist on it. Alright, I will use Raining Sparkles.
Sounds good.
I will use Mage Armor.
Alright. Donna?
Hold on, no.
No?
She was trying to get in my lap.
Oh, okay.
So
There,
obviously,
she-
yes.
No, she didn't get in my lap. She jumped over to a food bowl finally.
You're just picking spells.
Yes, minor precognition.
Okie dokie. Roll your resilience checks. I should move this over now. You got it. 21 from Jared and 19 from Donna. You lie, Dan. There's no way there was that much stream delay. You're just trying to take credit, obviously.
Ah,
Yes, that is the command. It's a good thing you questioned that.
me nice.
Usually you put the question mark at the end of a question, though.
You know, in Spanish you don't actually.
Are we speaking Spanish?
Just use the die roller.
No,
It's really not that hard.
it is, but I'm laughing. And then the first one, okay.
Okay. So Tassie
All of
is
that to get an 8.
Tassie is no help, so the total is 23. So resilience is fine. Now go ahead and test roughness.
Well, that would have been plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, you
Cassie.
did cast a spell, Tassie.
Okay, so
So-
plus 4.
So 15. Doesn't make much of a difference since you weren't the highest and you got above 10 anyway. So,
No,
yeah.
I took care of everything.
Yeah, looks like it. So you can go ahead and describe how you did most of the work, and then Donna can explain next, and then Tassie helped a little bit, so yeah.
Yeah. Alright. As the dire seagulls show up, I flexed my muscles and they were caught in the sparkles that came flying off of my shining muscles
Hmm.
and fell to the ground.
All right, Donna.
Well, let's see.
What did Donna cast again?
Precognition.
Okay.
I guess really I
Could have warned me that they were coming.
Yeah, that's about all I can think of.
Okay.
They're coming.
Look out!
And then Tassie, what little bit of help did you provide?
Once they're on the ground, I hit them with my staff.
Well, you still cast
You did
the
cast a spell. We don't care about
Okay.
the mundane stuff if you cast spells.
Okay. Yeah, so I cast Mage Armor on our tank, who once they were on the ground, managed to, leave them senseless.
So,
No, one of them fell on the tank's head. So
Okay.
your mage armor protected him.
there you go.
Okay.
Sounds good. So you have defeated the flock of seagulls, so that is 300 gold between you also, 100 gold each, and 1 experience. Alright, so after you deal with the flock of seagulls, whether it was a band or actual seagulls, doesn't really matter much, you come across one of those one of us tells only lies, one of us tells only the truth puzzles, but they don't seem to understand how that works properly, and they're just saying nonsense. So you need to figure out what the hell they're talking about. Test Revelation Primary and Radiance Secondary.
I'm not gonna risk a spell at this point.
I would use charge person.
Sounds good. Donna?
I screwed
What?
I am finding flaws with my sheet.
Oh. What did you prepare?
I prepared detect magic and dominate creature.
Gotcha. Well, are you going to use the spell? Revelation and Radiance.
Well, I'll use detect magic. That's revelation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So, everyone roll your Revelation check first. Poof. We got... Did you remember to add your spellcasting modifier, Tassie?
Cassie didn't cast a spell.
Oh,
so
right, you didn't risk a spell. Okay. Well, it's enough to help.
It's still enough to help.
Let's see what Jared manages with his Revelation.
I already rolled it.
Did you? Oh, it's the 20.
Yeah, mine was the 20.
Okay, so the Revelation is good, so go ahead and check your Radiance.
No, I screwed up.
You got a 14, a 10. Seven. You did not meet the Radiance. So let me double check what I wrote if you get the
wait.
primary but not the
Oh,
secondary.
16 is not enough.
No, you got 16 is not enough for the secondary. It was
Okay.
it was 18.
Okay.
I don't mind telling you after the fact.
Yeah.
Let's see. Here we are. Encounters. The secondary is not met, but the primary DC is met. Okay. The character that rolled the lowest for the failed field loses an HP.
Be me.
Yep. So Donna loses an HP, and you guys did not meet all of the DCs, so you just get half the gold.
So,
So
50.
50 each, yeah. So, see, the one you did meet was the Revelation, so, which Jared carried you through. So, Jared, talk to me about how you halfway managed to deal with these guys.
Did we get
Alright.
half an X?
We don't get any XP.
You only get XP if everything is met.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I cast Charge Person and appear in front of one of them screaming at him. And he suddenly stops speaking nonsense, but the other one is still doesn't make any sense.
He got scared and poked Fiona with his spear. Which is Donna's character. Okie dokie.
Oh yeah, we haven't even used our names.
Yeah.
Why is there a slot for name if we don't even use them?
Well, because, yeah, the sheet still says Jared's character. I was going off of that because I don't want to scroll
Yeah.
up every time. I have it on the spells so people can read those and such. Alright. So, as you somewhat get past that pair, the party comes across an ancient puzzle, which must be solved as the room slowly fills with water. Test Revelation as your primary and Resilience as your secondary. They lose HP from things. It doesn't matter if they know how to set up a verbal riddle, they get stabbed by them. But yeah.
Alright, go ahead. Risk the spell.
What's your risking?
Your risk aid.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Magic Muscle.
Sounds good. Donna?
I am not going to risk a spell this time.
Okie dokie.
Cast a spell, whatever.
Go ahead and roll your revelations. How'd you get a +6 from Revelation with aid, Tassie?
I didn't.
Oh,
I was-
did you think you were rolling resilience first? No.
Yes.
Alright, so you got a 14. So,
That's not,
yeah, you
16
guys...
is probably not enough.
It is not, no. You do not get... Well, test your resilience to see if you utterly fail. $17, 4,
Okay.
24. You're definitely...
And that would have been a 6.
You're definitely
So
resilient
Jeff,
enough.
Yeah,
Didn't aid resilience.
it is.
Yep. Okay. So, you failed the primary, which means that you lose 3 HP between you all. 3 can be split evenly, so the order doesn't matter for this time. So you all lose 1 HP. Tassie, you can describe how your spell sort of helped you survive. Since you got the secondary.
It let us all swim better until we managed to figure out the puzzle. Let us all to hold our breath so we can dive back under the water.
Oh wait, you have common sense. What was your total for the first one? 17? You just barely are able to avoid your own HP loss, Tassie.
I replaced common sense with arcane.
Oh, right. You didn't end up. Right. Never mind that. Sorry. Well, that's where it would have been useful. I'm thinking I need to make, I think I'm needing to make it so you lose more HP, is what this playtest is showing me. Because you only have a couple things left, and I don't think it's enough to make you guys die. Even if you failed everything, you'd be pretty close. Anyway. Yeah, so you managed to, you don't really solve the puzzle, but you're able to find a back entrance. Doesn't get you where you need to go. You learn that there is a local criminal who has important information that can help solve the puzzle for you. But he's not incredibly cooperative. Radiance is your primary and Revelation is the secondary here.
Radiant Revelation.
Yep, Radiance and Revelation. Jared's not the tank, Jared's the muscle wizard. The tank isn't doing anything for them. He's being a jerk. He's some NPC. His name is Krog. And he hits things. Alright.
Alright, I will use Rain of Bigger Sparkles.
Oh, I forgot to give you guys your gold because you did get the secondary DC. So, yeah, 50 gold.
That's 50 gold.
Okay, so you're using Rain of Bigger Sparkles. Are the rest of you using any spells here?
I am going to use Dominate Creature.
I'm going to use Cure Wounds.
Sounds good. Alright, go ahead and test your Radiance first.
Radiance first. Okay, good.
21. 24.
So this is not the same spell, so that would only be a +4.
Yep, just your spellcasting mod. Alright, so that puts the total at 28. And so you definitely get the primary, so Revelation is your guys' secondary check. So take care of that.
Ah. That is not looking good. Come on, Tassie.
Oh. Alright, so, that means you met the primary but not the secondary, so you only lose 1 HP total, whoever got the lowest there, which looks like Tassie. So Tassie, you lose another HP, and everyone again will get half gold.
So how does that work? I use Cure Wounds to heal wounds, but
Yeah, pretty much. So Jared, go ahead and explain how you halfway got the information.
let's see. I used Rain of Bigger Sparkles, which... So I struck a pose and sent sparkles flying out, which destroyed a shelf, causing books to fall, which revealed some of the information that he was hiding that he had copied down in a journal.
Okie dokie. Alright. And what's that random number from? I have a random number that was at the beginning of my the next encounter.
So we gained another 50 gold.
Yep. And no XP. You've gotten 1 XP this time so far, right?
Yes.
Because you keep half succeeding at things. You guys need to risk more spells.
Well, we gotta be able to memorize more spells, and I can't make that roll.
Yeah, I might need to make the memorizing rules slightly easier. The thing is, right now, it's kind of like, if you have an okay score, it's like a 50-50 chance, which is what I was going for there. But, I don't know, I'll think that over. I'll have to probably go over this when I'm more sober and do a final check over everything. Alright, so yeah, one more encounter. The little bit of information that you're able to discover helped you realize that there's a group of nobles that you need to assassinate for the good of the land. Or maybe just for the fun of it, you're not really sure. But that's what the information told you. So it's roughness is the primary and readiness as your secondary.
Okay. Shining armor.
Okie dokie.
I will use burnout.
Mm-hmm.
Taking me down to 2 hit points. To go ahead and use aid again, which has a roughness.
Sounds good. Alright, I forgot to make a mark of less hit points. Or more damage. Let's see, where should I put that? Here we are. The result.
You said roughness first?
HP damage. Sounds like something I'd say. Yeah, roughness. Alright, so we got an 18, a 16, and a 16. That is enough, so go ahead and do readiness. The criminal's asshole level. He's just misunderstood. Fair enough. So we got 23, a 23, and a 17. Oh god, which one was the primary there? Alright, so that's 27, so yeah.
Do you go by a higher roll or a higher modifier?
Let's go with the higher modifier. So, Jared, go ahead and explain how you, well, who did better for the first roll?
The first roll was the mundane Donna.
Right. Followed by another tie.
Followed by another tie.
Alright,
If we
so
go by
yeah.
a higher modifier, then it's me, but...
I don't think Tassie's gotten to do one recently, so we'll let her lead the charge on this one. How did you assassinate these nobles?
I used aid so that everybody would be hard. Wait, what does aid do exactly?
You blanket them in holy bolstering
Blanket them
energy.
in holy energy so that they know what to do for combat. Send them charging in silently.
Okie dokie. Jared, how did you help?
I gave I gave my shining armor to Rogue so that if he was attacked, he would reflect the damage and also blind the enemy.
Alright, and then Donna, what little bit of help did you... Well, you were fully mundane, weren't you?
She was
Yeah,
mundane.
no one cares. You probably whacked something with a stick.
Probably.
Alright, that is it for the day. You do not level up this time, do you? Because you only
No.
got 2 full encounters. You do get... Well, you do... So you're at 2 XP, and you got another 100 gold each. So yeah, go ahead and buy new equipment. And scribe stuff.
Sorry, hit my swag.
Alright. I need to...
Do we keep our hit, since we did not level, do we keep our hit
Your hit
XP?
points...
Very-
Yeah, you keep your XP. Your hit points will restore every day, though. I'm gonna be right back again, just to use the bathroom.
Okay.
Drinking too much. He's peeing too much. Either that or he's diabetic.
I think it's just that he's drinking a lot.
Let's see, it's 100 for a second one. And
How much money are we now, guys? How much money do we earn? Or during that, I should say.
Let's see. I had been up to 430 and I had 80
I'm back.
left over, so we should have. Well, we earned 350
Okay.
because there were 5 encounters with 3 failures.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, 3 half failures. If you'd fully failed them all, you wouldn't have gotten anything.
Yes.
And you probably would have died.
Yes. I'm buying a spell book and a 3rd level spell.
How much are 3rd level spells?
150.
Alright. I'm going to buy a 3rd level spell. I'm going to buy Raise Dead.
Sounds good. I'm guessing you're just gonna put that as like full on resilience.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll basically be resilience plus 6 then as a level 3 spell. And no one's haggling this time.
No.
oh,
Puzzle is ancient, it would have no ties to current events unless they are being caused by an ancient event. Spell to be tied, very powerful mode.
Let's see, what is it to scribe a spell again?
Dexterity.
Yes, but
5 plus
DC.
the spell level.
okay.
You're more than fine there.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if it was
5 or 10?
11 plus the
Oh, yeah.
spell level or
Right.
what.
Sounds good. Does everyone have their stuff? Donna, are you still shopping?
I wanted to buy, black tentacles, aid, and fireball.
Sounds good. That'll be, let's see, that's 322, right? Yep. So 322 would be 150, 250, 350.
Okay. So 322. I'm like, wait, what did I do?
Yeah, I was sorry. Alright. Oh yeah, I need to do new encounters for the next day. And you're still level 3.
Okay. It's 3, so it's 14. Screwed that one up. Maybe 2 or 13 at least. That one. Failed that one. So it was, I think it's an 80 first.
the DC of... Hey, we're not on memorizing spells yet. I'm still choosing the encounters for the
Sorry.
next day. You don't even know what you're going to need yet. 20, right.
Yeah, it's like you needed to roll your wisdom for that.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Let's do that. Yeah, that'll... So what have I not checked enough yet?
Well, you said they're going to be doing a Kickstarter for it, Falco? Are they planning on, if they get
Not-
that money for the Kickstarter?
Not this one, a different book I'm going to be working on.
Oh, okay. Is this one going, do you have any guesstimates when this one's going to be going up for sale?
I don't know. This one... The first one is coming up to sale soon, but this is going to be in the second one. I'm just really quick, and I wrote this in 2 bouts of hyper-focusing.
Nice.
So... alright.
Well, let us all know, because I'm definitely planning on buying it, because I think it's something that would be great for parties.
How many parties do we have, Tessie?
We don't. But
Well,
it
maybe
doesn't
you'll
end.
start...
The idea.
Maybe you'll start having parties if you have games to play there.
How many games does Tim have that we can play, Tessie?
Yeah, they're all like really complicated, take a long time to set up board games, except for things like
Unstable Unicorns.
I would totally, if we had people over, I would totally play Unstable Unicorns with them.
Alright, I'm ready
But
for
we need
you.
to know more people.
I'm ready for your wisdom rolls.
I actually rolled decently.
I forgot what.
How many were you going for?
This is the wisdom. This is checking what your...
Wisdom, sorry.
Yeah.
Stupid moment. My bad.
We got 22. 12 doesn't reveal anything. And Jared...
Sorry, gotta double check. I don't... Yeah, I don't have this. I didn't...
So you just roll. I feel like
But I know all.
I feel like I should modify the wisdom roll to be based on the number of people. Because one person is probably going to fail this a lot.
Yeah.
Because it's 1 to 3 people. Let me make a note of that really quick. Here we are. Choose encounters. Pondering the day's work. Change based on player number. Cool.
12,
Alright.
14, 16.
Yeah, something like that. So we got 2 hints for you all. Alright, so Donna, you feel like the toughest challenge you're going to face today is going to have to involve dealing with more puzzles, so more revelation. And Jared, you feel like it's going to be a comparatively short day today.
Okay.
That's
Don't
your-
necessarily need as many spells.
Or at least not as... Yeah. So much fun with King.
So revelation and not as many spells.
So yeah, now you can memorize. Let me move this guy over. Visible, good. The nice thing about this simple game is I can drink more than in more complex games where I have to think about what I'm doing.
Yeah, at this point in the blood.
Yeah,
war,
with
you probably would've been-
with Blood War, I'll have like 1 drink beforehand and 1 more over the course of it, just to keep me relaxed and such, because I'm an anxious piece of crap and all, as we've gone over before.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this I've had a bit more because I can do math even when I'm drunk.
Yeah, it is a lie. He can. He can remember pure facts from games too,
Yeah.
and tell you what pages they're on.
Can we prepare the same spell more than once?
Nope, not unless you've bought like an equivalent spell and scribed it again.
Ah,
Okay.
Arg.
I need to.
In that case, you technically have to call it something else. But yeah,
Like cure light, cure moderate, cure serious, cure.
cure that other
Yeah,
wound.
those-
Cure that other
levels.
wound I got.
Alright, there we go. So let's see, we have 6 by default. No, wait.
Yep,
What
you're
level
level
are
you're level 3 still.
Yeah.
Spells with fault, okay.
On the bright side, you only have to solve one encounter this coming day to level up again.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, you only need the amount of experience as you currently are?
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I had thought that we were needing
Nope.
the amount of experience of the level that we're going to.
Let me double check that because you're making me doubt myself.
I hadn't actually looked at it in the book, I was just going by what we had earned.
Yep, equal to
And-
your level or more. You've just
Okay.
always had more up until now.
Yeah.
Ranger Legends.
Alright, so
Okay, place my X's.
I haven't rolled yet to risk, so
I'm not gonna risk, I'm just gonna stick with the 6 we get.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna risk 1 spell level.
Okie dokie.
So, plus 4.
There you go. You got your spell level.
Yeah.
So that's 7 for you and 6 for the other 2.
Yeah.
You all have your spells chosen?
Yep.
Alright. Almost? Okay. I will
Yep,
wait for
I'm
Donna.
done now.
Now you're done? Okay.
I am.
Scroll up so
will
I
be
can
done shortly.
Let's see, we got Detect Magic, Aid, Clairvoyance, and Minor Precognition. And then Jared hasn't saved yet.
I will be doing Magic Missile, Charge Person, Rain of Bigger Sparkles, and Controlling Arms,
So
which is a tweaked Dominate person. Or
sounds
Dominate
good.
creature.
Makes sense. Like kind of like puppeting them.
Yeah.
Don't hate yourself, don't hate yourself, don't hate yourself.
You said puppeting them, and I went to the worst possible place.
Wow.
Yep. Basically, shining arms come out of the ground and manhandle an opponent and doing what you want.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's go to the day's encounters, shall we? Alright. So, you start off on your adventure and the bigger friends of the seagulls you fought yesterday are coming after you. So test resilience and roughness. Resilience is primary.
I will use aid.
There you go, that covers both of them with one spell.
I will use Controlling Arms,
Okie
which
dokie.
also covers both of them with one spell.
Yep. And Donna?
Really? Really nice? Really?
What was it again? I forgot. I was like,
Resilience and Roughness.
resilience and roughness. What do I have going there? Aid. I will cast aid.
And you said Resilience first?
Yep. Alright. So it looks like we got 7, 23, and 17 for resilience. So resilience is covered. So go ahead and do roughness.
Since my spell does require for that to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
It applies to any. Technically, you could have everything checked, but the book suggests limiting it to 2 as the default. Yeah.
Oh.
You rolled a 20 for lewdness when Jared uses controlling items. Well then.
Mine is almost everybody else's.
Tassie, did you roll?
Really?
Oh, here it goes.
Not very well.
It was enough to help, so 20
Yeah.
plus 2 plus 2. So that is enough for the roughness. So it looks like Jared did most
Got
of the
both.
work here,
Yeah.
followed by Donna. So go ahead and describe what you did, Jared.
Okay. So I pound my chest, and arms come out of the ground and grab the seagulls as they're flying in, start throwing them around, and knocking them into each other and throwing them to the ground.
Nice. Donna, how did you help?
I will blanket him in an eldritch energy that helps enhance
His arms.
arm control.
Alright, and Tassie, you helped a little bit.
I also cast aid, so
You use a different type of energy than me, though.
yeah, so holy energy would cover to help with the control of the other arms.
Alright. So we had holy eldritch arms throwing seagulls around. That had to have been quite a sight to see. Alright. So yeah, after you deal with the seagulls, you have to... you head into town and you learn that a contact of yours has to stay at the local inn for free, otherwise it's a matter of life and death, so you have to charm the local innkeeper. Don't ask how it's a matter of life and death, it's just a matter of life and death. Radiance is what you're testing.
Alright, and we got
Yeah,
an
actually-
experience. and-
Yes, you got an experience and
100
100 gold. Yep. Thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome. You said radiance?
Yep.
Okay. I will use charge person.
Are you serious?
I do like the creativity that it's drawn out for some of this, for the spells and such.
I am not normally that creative of a person, so this has, like, sparked perfectly for me.
Good.
I'm not gonna risk a spell this one. I think, I would just assume that Fiona over there can do her charm person thing and it won't be an issue.
Alright.
Yeah, I didn't prepare charm person or dominant creature, so I am going to risk minor precognition.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and make your rolls. Remember, when there's only one thing you're testing, it tends to be a little bit higher than when there's multiple things.
Dang. Well, it's enough to help. Somebody else roll.
That was not enough
Jared,
to help.
That's not
No.
really nice.
No, that is
Alright, and
not.
since I'm not risking a spell,
You just do a
guess
d20.
Yep.
Come on, 20. Oh, that
Yeah.
is definitely a failure.
You are not able to charm that innkeeper. He sends you elsewhere, and you just feel so guilty that you all have a minor heart attack and take 1 HP of damage.
Wow.
I don't know how else to explain that. Alright. So, after you deal with that literally crushing guilt, you think back to the previous day and realize that you should probably, so you don't feel bad about it, solve all those puzzles that you didn't solve properly. It's very mind-racking, so revelation only. And this is your last for the day.
I will cast Detect Magic because it is revelation.
Yay.
Makes
I have
sense.
no revelation spells.
It is the last one for the day, so...
Spells. It is my forbidden school, so
Since it's the last one for the day, I will go ahead and do restoration.
Look at that. That's terrible. We're gonna fail it.
I will do Rain of Bigger Sparkles.
Okie dokie. So we had a 9 from Donna. That's of no help. That roll doesn't count, Tessie.
Rolling 120. 120!
I mean, that...
Looky there!
Alright, 15. Yeah, you're still not able to figure them out, and you have a minor aneurysm because of it. So you all take another 1 HP. So that is all of the encounters for the day, though, and you did earn 1 XP, so you can level up. Assuming none of you died, right? Yeah, because that was only 2 HP loss. Yeah, definitely gonna have to increase the amount of HP that gets lost.
At least increase it as we level up.
There you go, Dan. And yeah. So yeah, you're becoming level 4, right? So you get another +2 to an ability score, the +1 HP, and 1 more free spell, which can be a level 4 spell.
Can those ability scores go above 18?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, technically the book doesn't say that, and it only lists up to 18, but whatever. You can have a 20. I guess that's technically a house rule now. I've ruined everything. It's not a proper playtest anymore. It's all going to burn down. My game's ruined.
You can always put in your book that, well, it only goes up to an 18, it says the DM is allowed to increase that if they want. And then it's a roll of your book, and not everything's going out in the handbasket for you.
There you go.
Alright, so that was which way, and we get to choose 1 new spell.
And jump to 10.
For single.
We had been following a semi-coherent path. Well, sort of. 1, 3, 6, 10.
You're basically adding the new level to it each time.
Oh, okay. I see it.
And yeah, I did that because you're adding your spellcasting modifier. It makes it so you have to choose between like multiple +4 totals if you do level 1 spells versus getting, a bigger bonus with 1 level 2 spell, and so on.
Yeah.
I figured that was a good way to cover it.
Have any more XPs?
Yep, your XP all goes towards your leveling.
But we did get. No, we didn't. We failed the last one, so we only got 100 pieces, right?
Yeah.
Yep. You failed both of those ones, so yeah, you only got the 100 gold. Let's see, what time is it? 9:40. We started a little after 7. Cool. A few hours is what I expected of this, so we're going pretty well. A couple more days and then...
Oh, I forgot to finish that. Falco, how dare you be distracting?
What did I do?
She forgot her shot.
Oh. Deja vu. Didn't that happen once before? I distracted you from your shot. I don't know.
Probably.
You guys are keeping track of your spellbooks, right? Let me check.
Yes.
Yep. Jared's got...
How many spellbooks do we need?
You
How many
need...
spells can we-
You need 1 spellbook per 10 levels of spells, except Donna
Yeah.
can do 12 because she has penmanship.
Okay.
Or Fiona can do
10 levels
12.
of spells, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. I have 2 spellbooks, so I'm good.
Make sure you are keeping track of which spells are in which spell book, though. Because, remember, you can only carry 3 plus your strength modifier, which I think I'm going to have to lower.
Yeah.
Because you're not buying quite as many spells as I expected. Let me note that in my thing. Once again, this is what play testing is good for. lower this
If you
number.
really want to make it noticeable, then do like 1 plus
Yeah,
strength modifier.
I think that would cover it nicely. Because, yeah, you can only prepare from a limited number of spell books per day. You can still have
Yeah.
as many as you can afford. You can just only bring that many on your encounters for the day.
Yeah.
Alright. So has everyone shopped and all that stuff and leveled up? Alright, I should be choosing new encounters.
Yeah.
And you're level 4. I'm just gonna roll the next days properly this time. Let's see, how many do I want you guys to do? Nope, not R, GR. That was close. Alright.
So can I create a spell called Bless or something that lets somebody, re-roll a failed roll?
Now, the spells don't do anything
Spells
mechanical.
don't actually do
It's all
the mechanical
it's all an
things.
abstract of what you did over the course of an encounter, basically.
Okay.
I was considering like utility spells that would do specific things, but I didn't have enough space for that.
That's like why your cure wounds didn't actually
Right.
regain health.
That makes sense.
Precognition is misleading. It makes you think that you can actually use it to affect the outcome of the of determining what you'll be facing that day.
It's all abstract. Again, like I said, I was considering utility spells. Like you could have gotten higher level precognition that would have told you exactly what you're dealing with, but I just did not have room for that level of complexity. Maybe I'll make like a slightly bigger version of this separate from the digest after it has been out for a little while. We'll see. I don't want to make it too huge and complicated a game because it's, again, something to play in a session or two. Alright, so yeah, I am making encounters while you guys finish leveling up and shopping and scribing and such. I haven't heard, have any of you done any shopping?
No. I'm still working on my level 4 spell.
Gotcha. Let's see. You're level 4, so that's the base DC that I can work from. I'm going to tweak some of these encounters.
He's laughing, guys. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
I just think I'm funny in the way I'm putting it. I'm probably not, but the inflated ego you get when you're intoxicated. I've already done this one.
So, how many spells do we get for this level?
1 level 4 spell.
Level 4. There we go. I'll just shoot that one.
And then you can buy spells, actually, if you want.
And you memorize twice the number of spells as your level?
Yes.
Yep. But you're not memorizing yet because you don't know the encounters yet.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make sure I remembered that correctly.
Let's make that nice. Yeah, that'll work. Okie dokie. Are you all set?
Yep.
I'm still making my spell. I was gonna buy a
Okie
couple
dokie.
of level 1 scrolls.
No worries.
I am giving myself my shot.
Okie dokie.
Let's see. I will roll to see if I actually learn the spells.
Oh, no, you're
No.
good. Yeah, you're
The
transcribing.
learn spells? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's
It's 5 plus the level. Yeah, you're
So I
good.
learned one of them.
Yeah, for that one.
Yeah.
The other one you accidentally destroyed with your big meaty hands. It's funny because you have an above average dexterity and you keep failing.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did the rest of you roll to transcribe any spells you bought?
I didn't buy any.
I didn't buy any.
Saving money.
Okie dokie. And so you're all set then? Then go ahead and roll your wisdoms. Thanks, stay hydrated, bot.
It's reminding you more than once because you're intoxicated.
How does it know?
No, it's
Copy.
doing it
Yeah,
each hour.
she.
I like mine.
Her theory makes more sense. I think the robot is secretly testing my blood. Alright, we got... Wait. Was the 14 Tassie's wisdom?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got 2 hints for you. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3 of those. And 1, 2 of those. Alright, so yeah, Tobias and Fiona, you figure it's going to be a very rough day that's gonna strain your resilience.
God damn it.
I knew I should have bought that spell, but no.
So yeah, prepare thy spells, and you have 8 spell levels worth of slots by default. Because you're level 4 now.
Okay, I'm done. I know I'm usually last, but I actually planned out which ones I was going to prepare ahead of time and only had to change one of the ones I had thought up in my head.
Gotcha. Let's see, you
I'm sorry,
prepared.
what type did you say again? Resilience?
Roughness is the big one, and resilience is the secondary.
Okay, so I want to roll to memorize one more spell.
Then go ahead and roll. DC is 12. And if your spell involves resilience, then you gain a +3. Because of your school.
Yeah. And I will go for 2 more
Okey
spell.
dokey.
Or 2 more spell levels.
Sounds good. You also did arcane school.
Yes, I did.
Alright. So Tassie looks good, and Jared also looks good. Wait, is that your... Yeah. Okay.
14.
Yep. You're both good. You have your extra spell levels. think I'm gonna hit the facilities one more time while you work that out.
Alright. Roughness, resilience. I keep forgetting like what we're doing, so. Alright.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Donna will be right back.
Thought I muted. Alright. Anyway.
Alright, I am memorizing Magic Muscle, Raining Sparkles, Rain of Bigger Sparkles, Shining Armor, and Rolling Arms.
Okie dokie.
I still haven't decided on my level 4 spell, but since I didn't memorize it, I've decided what it will have.
Yeah, I can
Plus
see.
3 roughness, 4 radiance, 3 readiness, but I haven't
Let's
decided
see.
what it will be.
Hallow, Restoration.
Let's see. A muscly, roughness, radiance, and readiness.
And
Yeah.
Cure Light Wounds and Aid. I accidentally have Mage Armor.
I'm back.
I think maybe your spell it should create like self-aware arms that can stop ambushers, and
That's what I was leaning towards.
and they're very attractive arms, so they can just make you look better too. Anyway, so yeah, you're back, Donna. Everyone has their spells. Whoops. All right. So then we are on to the encounters. Totally keeping track of the thing. I didn't make you guys describe everything yesterday, did I?
No.
I know I mean I did for one of them, but I don't think I did for all of them.
Well, because we failed.
Oh yeah, you failed most of them. That's why. Derp. Oh, I delete. I have this all on like a notepad, and I just delete the previous day's things after the fact, so I can remember. All right. So as you start the day, even more seagulls ambush you. So, readiness is your primary, and roughness is your secondary.
What is their primary?
Readiness.
Readiness, roughness.
Okay. I will go ahead and use Hallowed. Or Hallow. It's +2 readiness.
I will use Rain of Bigger Sparkles.
All right. And Donna. And remember, you can be putting more than one spell towards it if you want. Whoop. Tassie already... Did Tassie roll twice? What was that? Oh, she rolled both her radiance and... or readiness and roughness.
No, the first one, I don't know why that rolled twice.
Okay, did you have a +8 or a +7 total for readiness?
+7.
Okay, then we'll count the second one.
I'm sure what I don't know where that was.
Really, you should be waiting for
Readiness
everyone to...
first.
Yeah. You technically should be waiting for everyone to say what spells they're using, but...
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not a huge deal.
Okay. Now I have finished chewing.
Are you putting a spell towards this? Readiness.
It's readiness and roughness.
Yep.
Yes, readiness and roughness.
Eh.
Remember, you are level 4, so these are going to be getting pretty tough.
Guess I'll go for charm person since I don't actually have my readiness spell prepared.
Alright, so roll with just your modifier for your readiness. That's enough to help,
Yeah.
so 25, 27. Alright, Tassie, how do you lead the charge against these seagulls?
We haven't all rolled our second.
Well,
Oh yeah, you have to...
oh yeah, that's true.
Sorry,
Duh.
I'm dumb. Yeah, roll your roughness checks. I'm stupid. I'm sorry, I'm stupid.
No, you're not stupid, you're drunk.
Okay, yeah, that's probably more accurate. So we got a 22, 21.
So, I did, so it would be this. Yes.
Wait, you wouldn't have a +7 still for roughness, because you used Hallow, right?
Right.
So you would just have your +5 from, yeah.
Yeah.
So you, well, it doesn't really matter, but just
Still
to,
enough
just so
help.
you know for the future. So
Yeah.
yeah, that puts you at 26 total for rough. Okay. So once again, since Tessie led it on the primary one, how do you lead the charge against the extra set of seagulls that ambush you?
I am going to consecrate the ground, so if they try to come towards it and attack us, it burns them.
Okay. And let's see, the second place on the primary was Jared.
I just rain of bigger sparkles, so as I flex my muscles, the sparkles target the burnt areas from the hallowed ground.
Okie dokie. And Donna, you did put up a spell to help. Are
She's
you?
eating. So
Oh,
she's
okay.
chewing. Sorry.
I was just about to ask if she was mute or thinking. Yep. All good.
I keep forgetting that I should take smaller bites and chew quickly.
Generally good when you're playing a game, yeah.
Let's see what I use. I used charm person, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, I guess I will use that to distract the seagulls. Make sure that all of them hit the hallowed ground, even though some of them are front and some and back.
Alrighty. So let's see, you're all level 4. That's 400 gold split 3 ways, which we'll call 140 gold each and 1 XP.
Yay! We got an XP.
Alright. So after you defeat the seagulls and you continue along, you get a message from the family members of the party you had killed in that to the death competition. They challenge you all to a duel. That's resilience is primary and roughness is your secondary.
Alright.
What's the primary again?
Resilience. I will use Shining Armor.
Okie dokie.
I will use restoration.
Okie dokie again.
I'm not muted.
No, you're
I
not.
will aid.
Alright. go ahead and roll your resiliences.
That I just kind of died.
22, a 21, and a 12. That's 22, 24, 26. That is enough to beat the resilience. So go ahead and do the roughness.
Okay. No, it's ready.
Probably does not have any roughness.
No, it is not. That was a +5.
Yeah.
Oh, good roll.
Okay. 21 might be enough to
Yep,
make up.
21 is enough. So let's see. The primary was led by Jared. So, how did you deal with this duel?
I cast Shining Armor and go out there and just pose in front of them, waiting for them to attack me as their attacks reflect back at them.
Alrighty. Tassie, how did you help?
Every time they attack the tank and the tank takes damage, I heal it. Yeah, they chop up his arm, the arm regrows.
Alright, and Donna, you helped a little bit.
I cast aid.
I mean, alright. Okie dokie. So yeah, that is another 140 is what I said for gold, right? Yeah. And another experience point. Alright. So, after you deal with that duel, someone tells you that the next room has been riddled with traps to kill you on the way out in case you won. So ideally you need to find those traps before they're triggered, or at least be prepared for them. That's going to be readiness is your primary and revelation is your secondary. Are any of you...
I was thinking.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and use burnout to cast myself in a hit point so I can go ahead and use restoration again.
Okie dokie.
I will use magic muscle.
Alright. Donna?
I think you're muted, Donna.
I'm using detect magic.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and roll your readiness first.
Come on, keyboard, cooperate.
So that's an 18 from Donna? Yeah.
Sorry.
That from Tassie.
I'm no help.
Alright, that is not enough readiness.
For a 20.
Nope. Well, do the revelation to see if you at least get some gold from it. So 14. 21. That's a good one.
And 20.
Yep.
So
Alright, you do get the revelation, so that'll give you 70 gold. But you failed the primary one, so let's see, that's 4 HP between you all. Who did the worst on the primary? Looks like
Me.
Jared. Alright, so Jared, you take 2 HP damage and the rest of you take 1. Alright. You failed the primary, so I guess we really don't need to go into the details there. Alright, so as you barely manage to escape that trap-riddled area, you find that you have to make your way across another long stretch of desert, but this time it's at night, so it's extremely cold instead of extremely hot. Resilience is all you're going against. But make it a good one.
I'll use aid.
I'm going to use summon monster.
Okie dokie.
You do summon polar bear to cuddle it?
No.
We use controlling arms.
To give you a nice warming massage.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, roll your guys' resilience. We got 14, a 17, and an 18.
22 total.
Yeah, that is not enough. That is a freezing cold desert. Jared, you take another 2 hit points.
Okay.
And
This
1 for the
is
rest of you.
Not looking good.
Alright. So yeah, as you finish crossing the desert, you get back to your hometown, but you learn that the local militia needs to be prepared for an upcoming invasion from, let's say, orcs. This is going to be Radiance is your primary and Roughness is your secondary, and it is your last one for the day.
Okay, I have Raining Sparkles. That was my only spell left.
So
I
it shall
have no
rain.
radiance at all, so I'll just use Cure Light Wound.
Alright. Donna?
Are you muted or chewing?
She's doing.
Oh, you're not using a spell at all. May not have any spells yet.
None left. Okay. So roll your radiances. 19 plus 13 and 13. You do barely manage to do the
21.
radiance.
23, yes, good.
Alright, roughness. Kill those orcs.
Crap.
Well, 10 is enough to help.
Yeah.
Hope one of them rolls really well.
Yes.
20 from Tassie.
I think 13 was her.
Oh yeah, because she
Roughness,
rolled.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I saw the 13 and I remembered she already had a
She
13,
did
but it's
13
the same.
before, but then also did
Okay.
it this time.
Yeah. All right. So, who did the best for the primary? That was Jared. So, how do you help prepare them for the upcoming invasion?
Sorry, can you tell me what the encounter is again?
The local militia needs to be prepared for and led against an invasion of orcs or something.
Okay. I give a rousing speech and cast Shining Sparkles in the middle of my speech to prepare them before going into battle.
All right. I think Tassie did the second best overall there, and well, Donna didn't cast a spell, so she doesn't matter. So Tassie, how did you help? How did?
I prepared them by anybody that had any wounds already. I would have cured them.
Alrighty. That covers the day. So let's see. That was another 140 and an XP. How much?
It's to level up.
So at this point, it's past 10. Do you guys want to continue, or do you want to call it there for now?
could call it there for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't have to get through the whole thing. You can. I think I've gotten some valuable playtest data. So, yeah, do you guys have any, other than what we've already gone over, do you have any input or questions or comments about it?
I like it, but we've already got over that.
Yeah. I mean, I've kind of been adding comments as
Right.
we were going, so I can't really think of much else.
Mm-hmm.
Same here.
Alright, so yeah.
Maybe if you don't already have it in the spellcasting area, when you're talking about say that people can add spells, tell them that it's kind of you can see what the numbers are supposed to add up to, but from the example spells,
Stating it would be...
Put
go
a
ahead and
blatant...
state
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah.
Let's see, where's that spell section?
1 max, 3 max, or a total of 1, total of 3, total of 6, total of 10.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Add total bonus per level. Can definitely do that. Alright, so I'm glad you guys had fun.
Yeah, definitely fun.
I was definitely a little worried because, it's one thing to put a game together, it's another for it to, actually be fun.
Work.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
to
the
work
work could
out.
actually be fun, and it was both. So
Good. I'm glad. I hope everyone that's watching has enjoyed it. Anyone that's there that hasn't looked it up already, look at the co-op thing. This will be in a future... I may as well just post it again. This will be in a book. I will... Wow, it still does the enter thing. I don't know why. Anyway, this game will be in the second digest from the San Gennaro co-op. And I'm also going to be writing for another book that the co-op's putting together. I will be posting everything on my Twitter as it's being worked on. I'm thinking I might post the final draft of the used Grimoires as a higher level Patreon tier or something. I am going to be redoing my Patreon soon to cover indie stuff more than just Storyteller's Vault stuff. And to also include some Twitch bonuses and stuff like that a little more blatantly. Basically, there'll be more stuff for everyone. So, look at my Patreon, the Patreon, the Twitter, all that kind of stuff. The Discord server I use is all in the About Me type section below the stream window. So take a look at that. If you don't, I hate you. Yeah, bye everyone.